Marriage. A marriage is a culturally recognized union between people called the spouses that establishes right and obligations between them. Polygyny is the marriage of a man with several women. Polyandry is a form of polygamy in which a woman takes two or more husbands at same time. Polygyny is one man with several women. And polyandry is a form of polygamy in which one woman plus several husbands. Monogamy is a form of dyadic relationship in which an individual has only one partner during their lifetime. One partner whole life. Polygamy is the practice of marrying multiple spouses. Marriage, also called the matrimony or wedlock, is a socially recognized union between spouses that establishes rights and obligations between them and their respective in-laws' families. Marriage is the approval of social pattern whereby two or more persons establish a family. It is given by the Horton and Hunt. And the Johnson said marriage is a stable relationship in which a man and a woman are socially permitted to have children. Robert H. Lewis said marriage is relatively a permanent bond between permissible mate. Therefore, marriage is socially approved institution which permits sexual relationships and procreation between a man and a woman. Forms of marriage: exogamy, endogamy. Exogamy is a society permits the selection of mate outside the clan, gotra, and pravra. A man should not marry a girl from the same or the other gotra or the pravra. Endogamy is society puts restrictions on one to select a girl from his own caste or class. We have forms of marriage here, which is polygamy and the monogamy. Polygamy is divided into polygyny and the polyandry. And the polyandry is then the fraternal or the non-fraternal. Monogamy is the man or a woman can have only one mate at a time. It is the most common type of marriage universally recognized. Polygamy is man is permitted by the society to have more than one wife. It is due to some cultural pattern or socially accepted ways. In South India, in some communities, a maternal uncle has right to marry his sister's daughter even though he already has a wife and children. When the first wife does not beget children, the man is permitted to marry another woman. In some cultures, because of high economic status, the man is permitted to have more than one wife. Types of polygamy is the polygyny and the polyandry. Polygyny is a form of marriage in which man marries more than one woman at a given time. Polygyny is more common than the polyandry. Polyandry is this system permits a woman to have more than one husband, and this mostly followed by the tribe people. This is prevalent in some northern parts of India due to certain cultural practices. Polygamy and the polyandry. Man has more than one wife. Example: Islam. Polyandry, woman has more than one husband. Fraternal, example: Draupadi. Woman marries two or more brothers. Non-fraternal, when the husbands are not related to each other. Example: Toda tribe. Fraternal polyandry is when several brothers share the same wife. Practice can be called the fraternal polyandry. This practice of being made actual or potential to one's husband brothers is called the levirate. It is prevalent among Todas. Non-fraternal polyandry: it is a type of polyandry in which several men who are not brothers marries a single woman. Group marriages, a number of men and women come together and select their partners. They marry in the same pandal, where here men have the sexual rights over the woman in the group and vice versa. This type of marriage is found among Totem tribe of Australia. Function of marriage, regulation of sex life and meeting the sexual need. Marriage leads to establishing a family. Marriage provides economic cooperation by division of labor among husband and wife or other family members. Marriage contributes to the physical and emotional health of both the partners. Marriage gives social recognition to the relationship between man and woman. Marriage helps in the community of generations. Marriage, like other close relationship, exerts considerable influence on the health. Marriage reduces the risk of cervical and the breast cancer among females. This is strongly supported by the researcher also. Marriage reduces the risk of depression among both men and women. Many researchers have proved that married couple experiences lower morbidity and mortality across diverse health threats such as cancer, heart attacks, and surgery. Research on marriage and health is part of the broader study of the benefits of social relationships. Social ties provide people with a sense of identity, purpose, belonging, and support. Simply being married along with the quality of one's marriage are linked with the mental health. The health protective effect of marriages is stronger for men and women. Marital state as a simple fact of being married confers more health benefits to men than women. Women's health is more strongly impacted than men's by marital conflict, so the satisfaction unhappily married women do not enjoy better health relative to their single counterparts. Then we have the sociological aspects. The institution of marriage reliably creates the social, economic, and effective conditions for effective parenting. Society permits the man and woman to live together and have child only after marriage. Marriage helps to maintain the synchrony and harmony in the family. Marriage is the turning point of the life for not only women but for man too, as being married changes people's lifestyle and habits in ways that are personally and socially beneficial. Marriage is a seedbed for prosaic behavior, real behavior. Marriage helps in continuity of the generations in the society. Marriage gatherings help to unite people by certain practices such as rituals before and after marriage. All the relatives and the neighbors participate, which gives a boost mainly as an integral part of society. Marriage in India. In India, according to Hindu marriage law, marriage is a sacrament and not a contract. The marriage is considered as a union of two families and not between two individuals. Among Hindus, marriage is compulsory, is based on the exogamy. Hindus are the only civilized race whose marriage is based on exogamy. Before marriage takes place, certain ceremonies must be performed only when the saptapadi, that is seven test steps by the bride and the bridegroom, is completed. The marriage becomes legal and the binding. According to Hindus, marriage is a sacred bond which cannot be dissolved at will. There were no such thing as divorce in Hindu law, but later in Hindu Marriage Act of 1955, the right of the woman to divorce her husband has been added, but this freedom is used under certain conditions as stipulated in the law. Although divorce helps many women to lead independent and honorable life, yet it causes instability in the families too. Children are the main victims who suffer because of divorce, so divorce should be granted only when it becomes unavoidable and it is in the interest of both the parents. In India, from ancient times, women enjoyed a higher place in the society due to certain historical fact that she has to come to occupy a lower position. Today, women have realized that they are equal to men in every field and there is no need to be subservient to them through the bond of marriage.